Listen, Love Sky Mountain, I just want to say this. The Love Sky Mountain is an element. Uh, an element is also a light. I'm already Ra, the Osiris, that have the whole paradigm of time that made the empresses that gave them a earth and covered it with an atmosphere that is also a paradigm of time. An element is an inner light of a point of acknowledgement a certain type of way, even at a time, or a point of light of the reason of one's foundation and of one's natural structure, even even of oneself. Imagine what would cause the deterioration of love through the paradigm of time. Would it not be the love? Imagine a love mountain, the astrological empress of love. If a person is sexing somebody to a paradigm of time and causing deterioration because they're with the wrong anatomy, like say I got shot in Boogie Night and recovering from rapid fire for 38 years going on 30. Well, right now, 38 years going on 39 years, right? Now, a person in life, say for instance, they're they're how can I say this? Having sex with the wrong humane condition, and for 38 years I was supposed to be refining the astrological tree of love because I'm the purity that me, Ralph and JR, is the real purity that refines the all love points of all astrological empresses of their sacredcy, and of their sacredcy meaning their physical outer and inner, and their points of sacredcy of all physical reality throughout the whole astrological body, because I'm the one that gave the Empress all her atmospheres of all her planets or moons or suns or earths or solar systems or galaxies or universe or stars or star clusters or astrology or constellations or sacred zodiacs of that is not animals, and also of all gravity or space, and within all the planets of Earth and other planets, well, of all skies or air or oxygen or lightning, electricity, or thunder, sense of vibrations, or chemistry, or refinement, or all jewel stones and elements, and all nourishment of refinement and regardment of the human condition of their habitation. Now, I'm supposed to be refining all the points, and I'm the only man that can literally refine all this. So imagine if these chicks for 38 years was having sex with other people that led up to me getting shot because I was so handsome. And then on top of it, these individuals that probably did it are some fucked up looking individuals that led up to me wanting to get shot in the physical reality because my sons can't be with certain chicks or certain heights. So if they did that, they poisoned their own anatomy and caused their own falling in the paradigm of time. And I didn't make no magic for an empress to die. That don't make no sense. Because a person, you can't love a person to kill yourself to die when another person's already regarding the reason of the conditions of life. A person is not going to show you the reason of honor for nothing. So my wife wasn't stupid. So imagine individuals that been that been trying to fuck up my wife's refinement for 38 years. So what type of humane condition is manifesting the physical reality into her habitation when she's doing her cleansing? And now you think about the skY, mountain eye, even the element empresses of the habitation. If men were already ruining her atmosphere and weakening her atmosphere, were they doing to her natural element of light of her human condition that was deteriorating and causing distinction and causing decay of her habitation? I don't want to smell what that food smell like that at the time. Like, whoa. That's like the Triple Crown Empress's poems at the time. Like, whoa. My God, yo, whoa. Wait. The fuck was that smell? You know? It's like, imagine the element smelling of deterioration. You already have people doing car insurance scandals, crashing car, fucking up transformers. I don't even got to tell you about the main love emphasis of love. If you have wrong men having sex and having sex or fucking, because they're not making love, they're having sex or fucking in the physical reality. And if you think is love, is a manipulation of the disease that you have at the paradigm of time and whatever's been formed in the recondition in the paradigm of time. Because it's like, whoa, how would they been living? Like, were they reconditioning individuals of real enlightenment through a time and then fuck, because that's the only way a person will be able to live off the love astrological tree, unless they were really killing the real existence of love, reconditioning it, and then spoiling his anatomy, and then on top of it, really murdering the emperor. That'll be science really murdering the empress. Wow. I can imagine I'm the emperor of world love. I got shot. Think about the physics. Point 0 to 10 and beyond in the cycle. And I was in the cycle. I came right back without even being a part of the cycle, without even a mythology. I came back by myself. So wow. So imagine the love mountain. Imagine the smell of the sky mountain, because it's in the sky. Nobody can get to it. It's an invisible realm. Only love empress knows. But imagine the deterioration of that smell, man. What? And then how many people have been fucking and having sex 3 times? That's a place that she can't never let people find, huh? Wow. How about the jewels or the stone? Yo, listen, the jewel-like element. You ever thought about the jewels of love? The the, uh, the the light of the element of the jewels of love. What does that shit smell like at a time? It probably has an unsanitary, humane existence at a time. It has to be continuously clean. That's a jewel that has to continuously be clean, and you can't you trust that when nobody's clean. And then on top of it, the empress has to do physics where it doesn't end up in nobody else's hands. You can't risk another man fucking or having sex with a person that cleans it, or a extreme, or a man that's a chick that's extreme pretty and sexy, or some men having sex with her in a physical reality, because it would lead up to them finding the jewel because they're fucking wrong conditions. So the empress would have to deter any man from even having sex. And on top of it, that means that that person can't even live up to be 25 years old. Pop, probably even. I'm not even gonna get into it, but it's just like fucked up, man. That's like that's a lot of side thrust right there. Wow, a lot of side thrust hits right there. Because I'm gonna be real, like I'm a man that made weapons in life. The real cuts of white gold, pink gold, sky blue, gold, green, phosphor green, silver, gold, silver, chrome. I made real cults, side firearms that really handle light element, light gray elements. I made the firearms and the weapons I made are in still 100% wonderful condition throughout all existence. And then the people that's making firearms and weapons now are deteriorating. It looks like they're making weapons to kill the emperor. Matter of fact, there was a show called Boss Fight that you see me when I was the younger version of myself at a certain time. But it was actually I was really older. But I rejuvenated at a time because a certain type of way, and I educated Hercules around that time. And then I was real old, but I was the Lama, the Dalai Lama. But like before I started looking sexy with the white hair in my beard, a certain type of way of the Dalai Lama. Well, actually after, because it was before I was used to do the white hair, but then I started to go more in the depth, so I didn't want the white hair in my beard. And then I'm doing martial arts, and I sent a cycle sword knife, and I threw it. It was like a ninja star, but I threw it. It took down a sign and cut a sign in half, and it came right back to me. And then we started doing martial arts in the temple. I started going up, came back down, and so on. So I used it as a fan. It's because I used to be nice with the natural fans. You know the fans that you and other people be flapping, Asian people. But I used to have the fans, and I used to fuck niggas up using the fan because some people had to be aired out. Like, yo, listen, you have to air this shit out. This shit has to really go. This has to really. How can I say this? We vent, or has to be reventilated a certain type of way. Open. This is not no joke with this situation, because if I can't handle it right now, you better get this shit a certain type of way, because this is only a certain type. I don't want to tell you what I used to do in the way of my art, of my fighting a certain type of way. And then this dude one time made a weapon with a black sword, and he pulled it on me in the movie. I looked at the nigga. I got so mad. I didn't want to make it too obvious in the movie. I cut through the sword with my golden, sword. It was like a golden hand sword. Like, I just cut through it. And he knew right then and there that he was in real trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, yo, you pulled a black element on. A man says, "What? Why would you say?" I said, "Yo, listen, man. I'm Space himself." And then you pulled a black element on me. I didn't know if he was snitching on me at the time. I didn't know if he was trying to. He was just trying to get into a position in martial arts where he was gonna try to murder and kill my real empresses at a time. I didn't know what he was gonna do, so I literally just I decapitated his weapon, and I finished the individual a certain type of way. It was like he couldn't even be a part of the on the foundation where we were fighting at the time, because how serious and detrimental that situation was, what he did and stuff. So my empress probably didn't realize it at the time either. She probably thought they took it as a joke. I didn't take it as a joke, because all through the movie boss fights, it was me literally whooping everybody ass. All through the fucking boss fight. It's called boss fights. Show brother boss. I don't gotta tell you. It's called boss fights. And then I'm like, wow. And these were niggas, and the niggas I was going against were real criminals, like real highly trained assassin criminals that even fucked. There was one nigga in a place where we were doing martial arts, and he tried to take over my cape. He tried to get at the Empress of the Cloth. And the individual was in another martial arts movie with me, where he almost fucked up a person's privacy using the Wu technique. It was a form of a technique that you wouldn't have noticed at the time, and he ain't gonna tell you nothing like that. But it was like a part of the Wudong technique. And then when I counted it, he got real scared at a time. He was like, yo, he was like, yo, me can't have a cover because me is cheap. He knew right then and there I was Emperor Chi and stuff. So I couldn't say nothing a certain type of way. And then a person said at the end, they were like, they were like, they were like, Lou? I couldn't tell individuals what was going on a certain type of way, because the way I let it be known a certain type of way that I was the real Emperor Qin. I wasn't like the rest of the continuance of a certain astrological tree. I was the highest star being, and when they're looking for that star, it would never be there. It would be literally the secondary, my sun, a certain type of way, and they would never find the original being anyway. I don't want to tell them, because I'm right here, because who they're looking for is right here. I'm right here making this documentary, right here, Ralph and JR, because I'm the real Emperor Chi. So now, then I'm like, not Emperor Chi, Sovereign General Magi Emperor Chi of space himself and stars. So after a while, it's just like looking at the situations and like, I just didn't want to say nothing and stuff. So it was like, imagine a person in the paradigm of time having sex and fucking and vitalness like Asians or indigenous people or Indian people or Asian Indian people or Caucasian certain groups of Caucasian individuals, not white people. White people are like a little different. Caucasian people is like the real white people. White people is like I don't baby white people a certain type of way because if they do the wrong thing, it's just like that there is no if and buts or maybes with that type of situation. You get rid of it before certain things go spoiled and something happens. So, and then you have, and I'm not talking about my family Abbott White because I am Abbott White himself, but I'm talking about white people. There's difference of Caucasians and then there's white people. Then you even have white albinos. You have white Asians, white albino Asians, and you gotta know how real situations. I'm not gonna get into certain things to let you know about anything a certain way, but I'm just gonna be real. You like imagine individuals, an element, right? An element is a point of light in a paradigm that continues a point of light in existence in time. A jewel is the same thing. I don't gotta tell you about natural structure. Now, if you have an individual at a time that is a point of a reality of an element, what are they gonna do in the physical reality in a paradigm of time if they're doing the wrong type of humane refinement in chemistry? They're spoiling, and then they try. And imagine a person trying to learn a high form of martial arts for a long time, and then they're of an element. That means that person will be the natural deterioration that causes the element to go wrong and decay, and that will cause is probably like a point. This is why it's called cleansing of one's habitation from certain ways of higher mythology, higher metaphysics. A person is probably a person from a certain martial arts blow, probably a man like Bill, because you see how Bill's inside all day, he's smoking cigarettes, drinking coffee, and then you hear the fucking nasty phlegm cough in his chest and shit. And then next thing you know, it's just like a natural habitation. I'm a man that shits natural gold. I used to smoke. I don't even smoke. Now, I'm hearing this nigga cough up all type of shit, and smoking, and it's not good. And then I don't pay attention to the situation the way then he has individuals that's making like I'm a man of accountability, but you have individuals in my economic system because I own this land also, but you have individuals in my economic system making money. What type of girls are they having sex? So people that's already manipulating the white matter from within. So if he's saying he's coughing up all his phlegm and he can cough it up and all, so these are people that's already mixing with the fucked up coffee that he's drinking and his tobacco that he's smoking, and then fucking up the physical reality, and then people that's already mating with the situation, that's causing disturbance and they're dying anyway because man, his health is already. Anyway, I don't want to get into it. He's a wonderful guy a certain type of way, but I'm not going to speak about the natural physics even from within. And then say his astrological empress be on him. He's not in a fit condition to have the empress energy on him. So it's already causing a weakening from the within with the empress. And then if she's on him, it could cause his death. A person like me, I don't do martial arts with individuals. I'm not gonna hit him with a certain Buddha palm to cleanse his system. So it does. I'm not gonna even get it. Even if we got into a tussle, I wouldn't do it. You wanna know why? because he's white anatomy and the ignorance of other people's social economics will want to cause the wrong thing, and I'm not gonna be an innocent man that can't even go to jail because of the deterioration of the cell, and because they're not even supposed to put handcuffs on me, and you're not supposed to put me in a point where I get too excited at a high point, and then to cause a form of uncomfortability, even especially as I'm recovering when it comes to mental content. So it that would already cause the death of the Earth and the Empress and other planets of all social economics. So I wouldn't do stupid things like that. That's somebody else would have to do something like that. I couldn't be me. It'd have to be somebody extremely educated to do something like that. And on top of I wouldn't expect unless it's a star being or that's already complete on their own, or it has to be the Empress. A certain Empress that does this certain thing. It couldn't be me. I'm a little too much for everybody. Situation is certain, especially at a point where I'm at. Couldn't do. I could. It was discipline the situation, something different. But to hit a situation to heal it, I'm not doing it. It's gonna be somebody else. If somebody else fucks up, I could put this situation down, but I'm not gonna be documented about the situation. Not after I'm not even getting pussy and the money I'm supposed to be getting. Come on, I'm not even getting. Where's the money I'm supposed to be getting out of mouth? And where's the pussy and refinement? You think I'm a doctor? Get the fuck out of here. I got shot for that. Get the fuck out of here. You have chicks deteriorating, love continuously, trying to learn element science, trying to learn golden body, iron body, all type of things in a paradigm of time that they shouldn't be learning. That I mean, stop from learning, and that's causing the wrongful anatomy. And on top of it, they're trying to learn the Empress sacredcy of the reason of enlightenment, and the Empress is not here, and they're trying to. It's like a person wasting time trying to become an assassin or trying to take the Empress place for no reason that she had regardment already from the beginning of existence to the paradigm of time. So that's not a void. A person that would do something like that is just causing deterioration, and on top of it, whoring the Empress's consciousness of enlightenment of intent that's weakening her over time, and on top of it, causing people to wanna deteriorate her naturally or cause an explosion because they're not even supposed to know certain things about certain science when it comes to her point of secrecy. And then these are people that would want to go harder and longer to know anything, so they would have to literally stop. It don't make no sense because you don't have a society of a social individuals that want individuals to acknowledge the reality of an individual being a majesty, an emperor, or king. You have people that want to forget about everything and want to manipulate and then lie to individuals, and I'm the real majesty. And then look at the situations I'm in, like, and then, oh, no. I don't play mental mind fuck games when you come to elements. It's like I'm the one that made the elements, and you're trying to manipulate me. What are you really saying about the element empresses then? You're trying to tell them there should be some dumb horse from the beginning of their conscience. So it's like speaking to me, telling me, oh, who's your parents? And then I'm the real Ra. It's like you're basically looking at me and saying the empress, the element empresses should be dumb whores from the beginning of their conscience, so that should be demoralized. That should be deteriorated. That's like telling me you want a person of golden body that doesn't want them to have a natural defense so you can rape them. That's like a person that's psychotic that's literally telling me that they're a rapist and I should handle the situation right there. And imagine if it's a police officer or somebody that's trying to get into international security that manipulates international security that does something like that, and then you want me to get it, and that's like even more of a danger because now they're speaking to me and they got a firearm. That's like putting the Empress herself, if she manifests, or the imperial family or royal family in real danger at a point in time in their physics, and they wouldn't even realize it until they get into the situation. It's like when I go to the supermarket, you have people trying to surround me. I notice every time I go to the supermarket, there's people surrounding me I'm the purity that made everybody. You have people that's looking unpure, that's not even a purity. Look like the fucked up mixed nuts of individuals that surrounded me at a time, like some fucking bioorganism that's just trying to decay the real people of the real intention of the empress that they shouldn't even be breathing around at a time. And then they breathing around, and just because I look like this, I'd be like, yo, I just don't say nothing. I'd be like, I already be walking around the supermarket buying groceries, little nutrient things I need for myself, and then and then I'm touching things, then people start appearing. I just don't say nothing. And there's nothing to be said. It's like a chick seeing me in the supermarket knowing that she's supposed to give me pussy, and then it's like going to the supermarket. As soon as I get in there, a person gets nervous, like they acting like something's wrong with me, and I'm the one that made the earth. I'm like the golden fleece that covers this earth, and then a person ringing the bell, like bling 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 bling, and all type of shit, causing a hysteria for nothing, and then I'm covering from a gunshot, and these people are in the supermarket ringing off, and I'm paying. I'm the one that's paying the supermarket its real currency at a time for its value, and then you have a person making a spectacle like they're gonna rob the supermarket from within and working for the supermarket. If I was doing is bad enough. If I use my card and listen, just because I'm in the supermarket registers already have a sensor. Once I'm around the register opens a certain type of way. Another person can swipe their card, it won't open. If I swipe my card, it'll open. If I look at the camera of the supermarket, the register opens. I don't do certain things like that. It's just when I'm standing there. Another person, it doesn't do that for everybody. Even when you check in the database of the computer of the market, when I'm by the register, and then it sees my identification, the database lets you know even in numerous sequences, and that's another department. But in on the screen, it tells you that you're supposed to give me the money. Even that's in the register, like you're automatically already supposed to give me the money. Another person doesn't. I don't know. I guess they never looked at the screen or even when they pick. That's how serious the situation is. But I ain't gonna say that. But it's like, why say anything, right? So if there was an element empress and if she was getting robbed at a point in time on an Earth atmosphere in a point of reflection, when did it happen? I'm not even gonna say anything. So imagine people having sex or fucking in a physical reality for 30 something years with people that is not me on this earth and planet talking about they want families here, families there, they're voting all type of things. What is decaying the mountains of love, the real empress of love? What is causing her decay in a human condition? Because those are stink pussy bitches that and their pussy end up stink, and then they're wondering why. You didn't refine your astrological tree a certain type of way, and then your pussy's being sick. And then with certain chicks that I did sleep with, what did the men do? The men got so scared that people were gonna find out what they did was wrong, and then my situation was clean. I was cleansing them. They went and tried to sleep with the girls that I was being with when they should have never slept with the girls. Right? It's just like the stink pussy bitch Siobhan Storms that slept with that black guy in the back of the room, the black guys that was living in my house when I wasn't home. And then the Justine Sealy that was getting fucked. Yeah, I don't even know how to tell you. Yeah, it's like stupid bitches telling me, yo, listen. It's just like, Betcha Solane was in the house with Bertide Remy. I was never going to touch that. Yo, listen. That was never a thought in my mind to touch that. That chick shouldn't even been in my house. She should have just went off and lived with a Raphael and then you would have just really seen the situation for what it was. But for some reason, I don't, I just didn't think. That's a chick that was trying to kill me with nicotine smoke in the house. A chick that was naturally causing a depression at a time, and I just didn't say nothing. And she was an intern. Yo, man, I just used imagine the mountain of love, the empress. It's like a endless light of element. Imagine if an endless light of element had to reflect and travel a certain way. And chicks was learning element now. Who killed the mountain of empress or deteriorated or decayed her element or the love or caused her stink habitation of a humane condition of her chemistry at the time. Imagine individuals claiming to be in love emotion that is psychotic because it's a bioorganism stink how can I say this? It must have been some type of form of magic somebody must have did. But it would cause a bio deterioration and then they would end up in a stink habitation that they would look sick, end up looking fat after a while being in that relationship for a long time. Their humane condition would start looking fat, unbalanced. They'll probably get more sick or catch a sexual disease or something through a time, and then their pussy would have a stench aroma. So, a person who calls that is a person that's saying that they're in love and then they refine according to the astrology with me. And I'm not refining with them after that. It's just like another person wasted a person's energy. So it's just like it's like a caretaker that wanted to party and have a good time for nothing that was just causing the end of the empresses a certain type of way. I'm like, wow, it's like imagine the empress of love, yo. That's sad. And I'm the emperor. I'm the majesty of all love, and I'm not even with my wife. There was times I turned on YouTube and seen my wife a certain type of way, and then all type she's pushing people. I see my wife getting into fights, slapping, hitting each other, fighting, rolling around the place, falling down, all type. And I just looked at the situation like, oh, you're dead. You're dead. These people say they were helping you doing magic, a certain type of brutal dominatrix magic. When I seen that type of a person doing some dominatrix magic, I said, yo, you know something? I said, my real wife is going to manifest. She's going to die. I said, this is a person that's on drugs. This is a person actually being raped at the time and is getting devious and vindictive in their natural attributes and existence. And you've seen the demoralized of their intelligence, and it's shown in the physical reality, and they're no longer losing their elegance. It's like becoming an escort house. Once I seen that, it's like a discouragement to the physical human condition of love, and it's like love is over after that. It's like, wow, you're gonna cause a divorce with the empress of love in you, and I'm the real emperor of love. I really need the empress of love. Once that happens, it's the end of all existence. That's like a person causing a real disease and made me view what they were trying to hurt me. Like, I wonder when I got shot in my heart and the side of my head, would I ever see the embrasions of the elements in the paradigm of time that I would want to get so close to my wife? They would have to be just fucked up, disfigured, or they would have to have some type of devious, vindictive mentality that caused the jealous emotion that would want to break up the reasons of love. That's like causing the end of the love age and the golden age, and the people wonder how it ended, and then I'll just be looking at it in the paradigm of time. Wow, and I'm a real Asian man, so wow. So imagine these chicks of the elements of love, or trying to get trinket or ornaments of love, or charms of love, deteriorate in the love empress in their elements, or jewels of love, or a person getting married and then deteriorate in their jewel, or having people just touching their jewel, or trying to take their jewelry or touch their jewelry or it's like trying to put handcuffs on me and put me in jail knowing that I'm wearing a port. That's already wrong. It's like even trying to take it off or make me take it. That would already be wrong. Like what? It's like letting my wedding ring reflect. And I'm not the normal love. I'm the real love himself. So it's like me wearing my wedding ring reflecting in the physical reality of an atmosphere that's not even supposed to be. Like, I'm not even supposed to, knowing, everybody would know, listen, I'm a Ix's real husband, the love of China, China himself, the real Asia himself. I'm Americo Vespucci. If a person would put me in handcuffs or put me in a court, I'm supposed to be the judge, and you try to put me in court like you wanted me to be some. You wanted to manipulate me, like to make me feel like I was some secret agent going in, like I was some stupid child or something. At a certain point, no, you can't do that with me, bro. You know, you your conscience shouldn't even think to do that. Once a person would realize you tried to do that to me, they should murder and kill everybody that tried that, or anybody that was a part of that situation, especially international security. International security shouldn't even have to think twice about how they're gonna murder everybody real quick and just get me out that situation instantly. Because you gotta have to murder every fucking body. Because what I'm telling you, I'm the real rod of real Osiris. The physics of that situation is beyond a high crime. That deals with the natural chemistry of individuals' intent. You'd have to literally murder those people if they did something, if they tried to even put me in jail. Literally, my nigga. You could take a skin sample from me to see how serious that is. And matter of fact, you already got my DNA in the hospital. Go check my DNA. I'm guaranteeing you, my nigga. You check my DNA, you're gonna have to murder everybody that ever tried to put handcuffs on me. You're gonna have. I don't know how you're gonna do it. You're gonna have to literally go back in time. I don't know how you're gonna do that. You're gonna have to go back in time without nobody ever finding out and murdering everybody that probably put me in jail at the time. Yep. Because you would find out those people that did that and those people that called police on me wasn't even them. It's like a person trying to depress my consciousness, and I'm the real Rod, the real Osiris. My wife would have to wonder if those people were real fake. Like, I tell people I'm the real Rod, the real Osiris, and then you have people that try to make me talk down to me to depress my consciousness, or try to how can I say this, disregard me. Those are people you have to think about. They just already try to shoo away a point of existence of light and education. They shouldn't be around me in a natural habitation there. That means wherever I'm at, I'm supposed to be there, and they're not supposed to be there because that's a person that doesn't want to acknowledge the reason of order of orientation. That's a person you'd have to get rid of. And on top of it, you can't fuck up my comfortability to the way I'm feeling comfortable. So how would you go about that? Yo, listen, that's a real serious operation right there, bro. There's real physics, real science I'm speaking to. This is not. This is something to prevent international terrorism. I'm telling you this to to re-insecure international security to prevent international terrorism, so international terrorism won't happen, even on a level of intellect, intelligence, physics, and the physical reality. There is no dominatrix sex to punishing a person in a humane condition of enjoyment in a reality. You're not framing my wife when it comes to a level of reality to cause entrapment to really kill her, to put her away in the physical reality. You're not gonna make her seem like some villainous person when a love emotion is a glorious intent and happiness. It's not to kill or cause somebody to have murderous intentions that would want to cause abuse. Love is something else. Now, is a wonderful, enriching, and wealthy emotion. When you have that type of outlook in the physical reality when it comes to love, or a person that will cause that is the person that you should literally murder and kill. That's a literal international terrorist that would make people look at love a certain type of way. That type of situation, you gotta get rid of those type of people. That means you have people around the real purity of the astrological tree of love that's causing an unbalanced chemistry in the physical reality that'll cause the end of the world. Even to stress habitation of one's human condition, or a brain aneurysm or a tumor, or a traumatic abrasion or trauma in the physical reality. I'm telling you real science. You would have to prevent a person from causing some type of physical abuse when it comes to dominatrix. And that's not a emotion or a certain type of thing. That's no. Sometimes a person needs a point apart to do something a certain type of way because that's not a love. A person doesn't want to kill their spouse and then feel remorse about it. You don't want to cause the. It's like me and the Empress of Love having sex, and then me feeling like I should murder and kill her. I wouldn't want to have a child that would cause the end of the reason of our love and cause the end of the habitation of the human condition that would manipulate, that would be like a super virus disease. If I ever felt like that would cause the super virus disease, the end of the physical reality. I never had a child with those type of emotions. Like if my wife ever thought about certain things and I knew about it, I couldn't even be with her. Like usually I wouldn't even tell her I just wouldn't be with her. I would already know and just be like, nah, I don't feel like it right now, and just go away and she wonder what the fuck's up with this nigga. Like she probably be more mad at me. She just don't understand her education at the time. Probably she just doesn't realize how serious the level of what the magic I did for her and the reason of her existence. She, you know, the real crown empress would know, and then she would be with me. She wouldn't. It wouldn't be with a stupid bitch that just wants to be out in the open, manipulated at a point in time of life, of a point of enlightenment that's manipulating people's physical reality. That's not the real crown empress. She's a crown to her point of enlightenment, or a crown to her existence, and the real crown empress is within. Just doing same. It's just like wow, I couldn't even speak about right now. Speaking about that's making me feel real tired right now. And I'm just being real, man. It's just like imagine the mountain of the elements of life. What is causing the natural habitation of the foundation of the consecration to decay, even when it comes to the metaphysics and mythology? People that probably have ornaments or certain things of love that's decaying a certain type of place, or they're spoiling love a certain type of way. It's like one time a guy gave me a handkerchief. And he said, yo, man, this is wonderful. I said, yeah, that's good. Somebody stole the handkerchief from me. I just didn't say nothing. The lady in the house wanted it and stole it because some next nigga. Then, then on top of it, the nigga's doing it, the nigga did it, and he needed me to be there just to do what he was doing at the time, right? I was mad that I was even there for the situation. On top of it, you know what the nigga did? To show you how much he needed me there? You know what the nigga told me to do? To take a shower and bleach. So he was already trying to take love power from me. The nigga said take a shower and bleach. And he was doing some love magic to give a person a towel, but he wanted me to take a shower and bleach. I said, ah! I said, oh, this nigga trying to take my power away from me. He tried to rob the genies. He tried to rob international security. He tried to rob individuals of honor, even of glory. These are people in Vanderveer. They were gonna rob individuals of their love and life, my nigga. That was gonna cause the decay of the physical. Listen. When that nigga told me that, my nigga, I just didn't say nothing. You can't imagine how much people he already probably tried to get a certain type of way. Like I was like, oh, the nigga didn't know, and I was young at the time. I was listen. This time I never spoke to nobody about certain things. And on top of it, I'm the real magi. Listen, sovereign magi, the emperor, the real love himself that made space of love and made the real empresses Stars, planets, and moons of love. Me, Ralph and JR, I made all of them for real. Oh man. And the nigga wanted me to take a shower and bleach. I said this nigga trying to make me. Oh shit, this nigga wanted to kill me right then and there. I said, oh man, I just couldn't say nothing after that, man. I was like, these black Haitian people, man. Yo, my nigga, after certain things, I just knew my empress knew. I just wasn't saying nothing. Haitian niggas too Haitian niggas. Oh man, in Vanderbilt. I used to go to Vanderbilt. After that, I used to see cop station and like little fucking, them actor trail, the wooden trailers they have parked up like they were having sex with girls from Vanderbilt little by little of their yo. I was like, the guy tried to do something like that to me. Imagine what people was going on with the habitation over there. Now, think about this. Imagine chicks having sex with love elements, or even trying to find love elements, having sex, and they're supposed to. I'm on an earth where the social economic system is supposed to refine with one man at times of points of cycles of calendar, and then you have other individuals that's having sex causing periodically distinctions of the physical reality of the human condition of habitation. Then bitches are talking about their love, then funding international terrorism, these chicks, the social economic system. Looking like biohazard debris after a while of being in their marriage and having children and causing unsettling emotions. And then I used to tell my wife, even Aphrodite, I used to warn her about these situations like, yo, listen, you might end up murdered off of something like this. This chick, this fat, ugly bitch that wasn't on your level sat on the couch, babe. Yo, babe, you had all type of fouls just now. Them African niggas are going crazy in the bush. You have dark skinned African niggas just running away from Aphrodite's house. Oh my God, wait! They're going to call me. Like, hey, what? What? And I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Niggas are nervous like they wondering if they should shoot poison darts at niggas. I'm looking like, what happened? Niggas is like, oh my God, the shaman men were like, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm like, what happened? Oh, oh my God, I can't. It's, yo, listen, I can't be in the house no more. Niggas like, what happened? I'm taking away Aphrodite. Niggas already knew not Aphrodite ain't killing in Africa no more. That was it. I was like, that was it. I said, yo, listen, y'all was supposed to be learning y'all secrecy. Yo, my wife was here, and then y'all niggas, and then your homegirls wanted to keep living and shit. I said, nah, man. You know, some of y'all niggas can't be influenced a certain type of way. That's what caused Mushu to be. Mushu was happy. I let the Mushu Empress of Love reside with Mushu a certain type of way. I was like, yo, listen, man, you know, that's what y'all want. You know, I just took my wives with the sixth calendar, the real elders. They not Mushu, none of the calendars of Era God could never know that. Not even none of the elders of Era Night. I was like, no, y'all of the calendar of Era, nobody needs to know y'all because y'all might be operating on these people and y'all higher calendar than. It's so real, y'all might operate on the value calendar. I was like, because the way these niggas are acting, like they're gonna get money and like they're gonna want to rob me of my plans and value, so that might end up not operating on the value calendar. You know, these people might go crazy with their serpentine magic, and then the vein might go into a planet that is not supposed to be, and it'll be a wrap for Era, and then Era wonder what's their infection for all existence, And what's causing the deterioration is just because your veins are somewhere else. That's why I showed you. I got rid of the vein empresses. That's it. I didn't need the 6 calendars. I made the calendars over here. Oh man. Oh man. Another person was lying to people like the nigga might be a serpent. Yeah, I'm the one that made the calendar here, but I don't need that energy. Literally, I could get the energy off of me instantly, and then it won't be there. Another person will be mad because they already done lied to you about so much, and because you know the intricacies of what's going on with me, and I was the real man that made existence, and they just wanted to manipulate the economic system. That's why you got to be careful of people that have wild sex, wild emotions. And that's a calendar that had a bird calendar, a serpentine calendar, and it had a garden. It had a farm. And then you had elder stars that was getting down in bestiality at times when they weren't supposed to. These are people that was regarding the appetite of the empress because the empress was air and light. She was dealing with a lot of deprivation and certain other things because she was a natural doctor at a point in time herself. But anyway, I don't want to speak about the situation. Another person says, why did she have a calendar? Because she was a doctor, and then she had to know how to operate on individuals that was doing zodiac science, and that person had to take a zodiac form because she might have been one of the empresses that just couldn't continue our human condition because of other wild emotions. So she had to learn how to operate to get rid of the wild emotions so she could survive and be the natural continuance without all the animals in that calendar. But too bad. You had a lot of points that just wanted us to do some old weirdo type situations. So I'm not down with that. Those are the type of people that went after Medusa, and I had to put Medusa away. Once I seen them go after Medusa, I said these people are gonna kill the empresses of air. I said, you know something? Air and light is in real danger. Orbiting rotation, real danger. I said they went after Medusa. These are individuals that was looking for the vitals of the calendar, and they were probably raping people and trying to really operate on people's anatomy, trying to find out what's going on with the empresses, like they were gonna do some zombie magic to the empresses. I looked at the situation way more intricately than my wives, and my wives thought it was some like why I take things so serious. I just looked at her like I used to look at my other wives like, oh, you heard her? Why we're getting a divorce, huh? Why didn't she make it the first time, huh? Oh, okay. No, don't say nothing. Don't say, oh, you sure about what you're saying? Do you want to go read your babes go to school? Look, 'cause I just tell her, yo, go to school. You talking about me. You need to go to school. Yo, man, I have nothing else to say. Yo, think about what I said. Imagine the girls is having sex on planets that is decaying and causing the decay of the elements, of the foundations of the consecrations of love, and causing stink chemistry aromas, and causing sewage smells, and a mass population of gathering amongst each other. And then you would know at night, I wouldn't be chilling like places. It would be calling like a sewage canal. Oh my God! Whoa! Did you smell that? Wait, what girls are laying in beds all around this place, huh? Whoa, this bro almost made me pass out. Wow! Who flew in that night? Oh my God! What? Yo, my nigga, I don't got time for your Playboy mansion and your porno industry. It's bad enough I even gotta jerk off to chicks that I just want to be looking at their ass. It's bad enough I be seeing niggas like they want to jump in the screen, and other chicks that just want to show me periodically niggas pounding away like they're the real disease of anatomy that's fucking up the Empress of Love at the time, and then proud of it and thinking it's okay and shit. Like manipulating the Empress to tell her it's okay to get pounded by another nigga and show your husband that what he couldn't have, while she kills the real Empress and decays the anatomy of her light, and then causing the decay of her elements at a time, and causing stink humane chemistries in the social economics, and even on their yo, matter of fact, let's not speak about it. An element, or imagine a jewel. A jewel is endless light of reflection in the paradigm. Imagine a chick decaying or cracking a jewel. Imagine me having a gem that cracks or breaks. All I would have to get is a gem bracelet, and because a gem could turn into a diamond when I'm wearing it. So imagine me getting a gem bracelet that, and I'm the only one that could pressurize a gem to go turn into a diamond. So imagine me getting a gem bracelet and then the gem bracelet cracks. That happened a couple of times with it. As a matter of fact, I had the 100 precinct that tried to steal a couple of gem bracelets from me with the 70th precinct and the 63rd. Also Coney Island Hospital and Kings County. Psychiatric. Yo, listen. Imagine a gem bracelet in my hands that cracks or breaks. You do a DNA check about on me. I strengthen the natural jewels. Imagine it breaking on me. What could cause that type of situation? That'll be a real serious situation. That. It's just like imagine a jewel, an endless light, and a reflection at a point in time in paradigm. As you know, I started in Atlantis. You know, I made Atlantis. Now imagine a jewel, an endless light, in a paradigm of time. A chick that's decaying the light in a paradigm, sexing other men in the wrong time, and abusing a jewel. It's like saying they're married and happy in marriage and then funding international terrorism. Then because and then a chick used to look sexy, then starts looking like stink shit, or then starts sexing a nigga and of course it's like a real extreme pretty chick starts sexing the wrong man and then it causes natural decay on the highest level. Or you might have other men entrap you. Like imagine if I get with a chick and then you have another man that starts sexing a chick in the astrological tree at the same time, trying to cause a decay. And then you would see the difference even in the measurement. And then the nigga wouldn't want you to know. It's just like when I was with Justine Silly. That's why other people didn't want me to be with certain chicks no more. Because I was with a dark matted chick fixing the anatomy of the Empress, and another nigga, when you were doing the mathematics to his humane condition, he was just fucking it up even more. And then you had the purity and the same thing, doing the same thing like the other nigga, and that would have never happened. But he's not me, so he wasn't supposed to have a chick at a certain height to be good. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta tell you anything. It's just like, I laugh at the Empress now. I was like, imagine being a mountain eye, sky mountain eye Empress of a chick that's learning to become a physical assassin that doesn't refine with a man like me, which is that who she has to. And then she being, look at Lord ass, blowhole. I'm not the one blowing hole. I'm the one educating your conscience. So imagine a chick, even in life, refining with some piece of shit nigga, and then a man, and she's supposed to be with a man like me, to really refine in life so she could be strengthened and mighty, and then she trying to refine with a piece of shit nigga that's decaying the empress and causing the end of the social economic well, it wouldn't be habitation anymore, it would be called population. Because it would cause irritations even of one's anatomy in the physical reality, the way the fucked up situation that they are, a certain type of way in the physical reality. Oh my God. I'm a man of real gold inside and out and natural high jewels in me, and then I literally got space of the even jewel that my anatomy will never be fucked up. Imagine me reflecting on the empress of love at a time, and then growing pimples on me and then causing mad itches and irritations and wondering what's happening. Where am I and why is that happening on me at a certain time? And then why am I reflecting on a lens facing a direction that's happening at a time? You think about that. Doesn't seem so light right there until it hit me. uh, 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 dull light. Oh no, I'm about to make sure of this. I'm about to watch this video right after I turn this off. I'm about to just watch my own video. 59 minutes. Going on an hour precisely. Wow. Imagine that. I'm going to say it again. Love one. And then you think about physics and math.